Shalom. Before I get started, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Shah by Hashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule and teach well, and peace and safety to the Akim that's around the four corners of the world, that's pushing out this truth and all diligence and putting their lives on the line to do so. This is the brother Karatazar here with the GMS Atlanta camp. Back here again with another lesson, just touching on the topic of really not getting into folliness and foolishness, basically, while here in Babylon. You know, we're supposed to be meditating. We're supposed to meditate upon the scriptures. Not neglecting the gift that was given to us by Yahweh Hashem Shah, pursuant to 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter, I believe. So I'm gonna start off with Sirach 39:1. It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies." And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be seeking out wisdom. The scriptures say, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times," in Isaiah 33rd chapter, I believe 33:6. So that's what the men of the Lord are supposed to do, obtaining wisdom and knowledge to get your salvation. Because two-thirds niggas is gonna seek out folliness. They wanna go to parties and raves and big get-togethers. That's what Jake is into, man. But not, the men of the Lord is supposed to be trying to seek out wisdom. We're supposed to be hastening the day. So with doing that, man, you're gonna seek out that wisdom and knowledge. Hey, the scriptures is basically a guide, man. Because if you're obtaining folliness, man, the Lord, you can be judged, man. Just like today, it was a big shooting at at this Madden video game tournament. Because Jake is indulging in folliness, man. I seen the brother Rock and Thumb Yard had did a lesson, and he was basically saying that Jake is like to overindulge in things, man. Jake doesn't have a balance. Jake is highly into wickedness. We're supposed to be seeking out these prophecies, like it says in Sirach 39, the 39th chapter, man. We're supposed to be get acquainted with the scriptures. Learning about Yahweh Shah, learning about Yahweh, learning about the prophets that were before time. The scriptures say, a matter of fact, I'll get that just for edification's sake. It's Romans 15:4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." So the scriptures and what we're seeking out was written so we can obtain it and learn it. Not just to be written in a book. Everybody has a Bible. This is the number one selling book. But do they actually read it and break it down through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Shah? No, that's what you're supposed to be doing, seeking out these scriptures, man, so you can have hope for salvation. That King Solomon said that wisdom was greater than folly. Matter of fact, I'll get that account. This is Ecclesiastes. I'm gonna just read it. Yeah, the 2nd chapter. I'm gonna start at verse 3. This is Ecclesiastes 2:3. "I sought in mine heart to give myself into wine, yet acquainting mine heart with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly, till I might see what was that good for the sons of men, which they should do under the heaven all the days of their life." So Solomon wanted to find out what was so great about folliness, man, because the sons of men were always occupied in folliness. So Solomon wanted to see what was it all about. Verse 4, he said, I made me great works. I builded me houses. I planted me vineyards. And we all know that Solomon's temple was a great temple, man. I believe it was the greatest temple ever known to man. It says, I made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them all. Salakia. I made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees them all kind of fruits. And I made me pools of waters to water there with the wood that bringeth forth trees. I got me servants and maidens, and had servants born in my house. Also, I had great possessions of great and small cattle above all that were in Jerusalem before me. Like I said before, Solomon was a great man. If you search on YouTube or something, Solomon's temple or tabernacle, you'll see how great, how much of time and what's the word I'm looking for? He was really how he built his temple was really he really put thought into it. The cubits and the widths. Solomon really put thought into his temple, man. It says, verse 8, I gathered me also silver and gold, and the peculiar treasure of kings and of the provinces. I got me men singers and women singers, and the delights of the son of men as musical instruments, and that of all sorts. So I was great and increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me. So like I said, Solomon was great and was increased more than any other king. And it says, and whatsoever my eyes desire, I kept not from them. So Solomon had everything that he desired, man, and more. It says, I withheld not my heart from any joy, for my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of all my labor. Then I looked on all the works that my hands had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do, and behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. So Solomon was like, man, it was no profit in the things that Solomon had, man. Solomon, like I just read, he had everything, man. He had the women, the cattle, the silver, the gold. He had everything, man. And he said it was all vanity and vexation of spirit. Verse 12, I'm gonna keep going. It says, and I turned myself to behold wisdom and madness and folly. For what can the man do that cometh after the king? Even that which have been already done. Then I saw, this is the point that I wanted to get. Then I saw that wisdom excelleth folly, as far as light excelleth darkness, man. So Solomon understood that wisdom was way, way more of a possession than folliness, man. Than silver and gold, than the women, than everything, man. So Solomon knew, man. So what more for the men of this time, man, who has the spirit of the Lord with them, just like Solomon. We gotta understand that wisdom and knowledge is way more important than the things of this world. That's why the scriptures speak about us not being in the world, man, not indulging in the world. I'm gonna give one more verse before I close out, because this is heavy, man. You gotta understand that what we're really into, man. I'm gonna keep going on Solomon, man, because Solomon was a very learned man. God. Alright, so I'm going to start at verse 6. It's Proverbs 7 and 6. It says, "For at the window of my house I looked through my casement." So Solomon was in his house looking through the window. And beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding. So Solomon was being circumspect, looking among the simple nigga, man. Solomon knew that this man that was going off. He understood that that Jake is simple. It says, passing through the street near her corner and went the way to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. So this guy was out at night, just walking about, being stupid pretty much, not knowing his surroundings, What you out at night for? Just out and about, It says, "And behold, there met him a woman with attire of an harlot and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn; her feet abide not in her house." So she was a whore, And this guy who was out just walking out and about, he met this woman. It says, "Now she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him with an impudent face, said unto him, I have peace offerings with me, this day have I paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee diligently, to seek thy face I have found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt." So she's trying to get this simple man, in her bedroom, man. And she's gonna trap him, so to speak, man. I ain't gonna read the whole account, but the man ended up getting trapped by the woman, because he was into folliness, just linking it back up with what I'm going into, man. And like I said, the man basically got trapped, and I believe she killed him. And that was just the point that I wanted to get with is Jake is indulged in folliness and don't understand that we're supposed to be seeking out wisdom and knowledge to get out of this place, man. Jake is lost. So we're the men of the Lord are here to set that example, and to show the men, these people under us, mainly the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics, on how to move and how to be a leader, And I just got the definition of folly. I'm gonna just close off with this. It says, folly, a lack of good sense, foolishness, and is that not our people, man? Hey, Hosea 4 and 6, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. Our people don't have good sense, man. They don't have that common sense, man. Hey, and if you're in the spirit, you will see, like, man, Jake mind ain't where it's supposed to be at, man. Jake ain't got it all up top, man. Hey, but I ain't want to be too long. I hope this lesson was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule and teach well. And until the next time, Shalom.